I don't know how I sound because I'm still driving and I got my good headset at home. And so I bought this little cheap $19 headset.
Nice. It's you're a little crunchy, but you're definitely understandable.
Well, at least that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it muted while most of the time while I'm driving, and I'm by myself, so I won't be talking to some random person.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry about that last week, by the way.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I told him I was on the thing, and then he just had random questions for me. I'm like, huh?
Uh-huh.
Hey, you know about the medical? Like what?
About insurance?
Yeah. Or, one of them, I know one of the ones where I had to say something, it was like literal that second, like, yo, you about to miss your turn. Like,
Oh my god. No, it's
you
okay.
ain't paying no attention to the GPS. You just got your head. He wasn't hearing. I was trying to tap him on the shoulder. Everything.
He was busy listening to the D&D game, man.
Yeah, he was listening to his music. He had his headset on. He wasn't paying attention to nothing. Just driving.
Mm.
Oh, man. Hey, everybody's here.
Boy, I tell you what.
The fuck?
Ain't nothing like a good Mountain Dew.
Wait, what?
I'll tell you again. Boy, I'll tell you what. There ain't nothing like a good Mountain Dew.
Sure.
I believe that calls for a hell yeah, brother.
You're goddamn right.
Okay. Are you drinking Mountain Dew then, Ian?
God, I wish I was drinking. No. I didn't know what bricked up meant. And I very casually said to a friend of mine, like, damn, this shit got me bricked up. And they looked at me really weird, and they're like, what? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, you're hard right now? And I was like, whoa, what? And then they explained to me, and I went, uh-oh, not good.
Oh no. At least you only did it once, right?
Yeah.
Anybody else have any fun news?
Nope.
Okay.
Not fun.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna be MIA for a moment while I drop this trailer.
well, that's fine.
How dare you?
Let's drop it like it's hot. Am I right? No.
Oh, well, I guess
Currently, it is day 19 of 1379, so there are 10 days until time is normal. Last game, you said goodbye to Davy Jones, you gave the crew their souls back, gave William and Jade their souls, and you sailed back to Goglery on Mir's Landing. The trip was fairly smooth. Everyone was terrified that Umberlee would hunt you down for revenge, but she was too busy dealing with Jones and the aftermath of your heist. And you guys were wearing anti-scrying necklaces, which they gave you an extra for you, Bastion, so nobody can scry on you anymore. Congratulations.
Hooray!
And Captain Bell is going to have to make a lot of donations to the church and plead plausible deniability in order to feel safe at sea again. But Athoth, the Merculian angel, promises to watch over Mir's Landing for at least a little while. And when you went back to Golgari, I believe you went to go pray to Mercul at Stephen's old house, and an agent of the university bid you to come and speak to them at the campus, and you feel this is a trap. But last we left off, I believe you were planning to go anyway.
Yep.
Also, Bastion, Davy Jones gave you some boons that we'll have to do, I guess, posthumously. So he gave you the medallion against scrying. What?
Yeah, I phase in for half a second and get upgraded, and then I peace out again. I throw up a peace sign and fade out.
Perfect. He gives you 2 uses of blue-ringed octopus poison. That stuff he stabbed Pale with, and it got him real good. And I'll copy and paste the.
It's the stuff you sent on the second, right? The 46 poison damage, DC 15.
Uh-huh.
The stuff that was just sent.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Is that
then,
a day or just 2 uses?
2 uses. It's like a bottle.
Okay.
You can like dip your knuckles in it or something. But he also gives you a boon, or 2 of them actually. And your friends got various versions. I will copy and paste those into the chat and then read them also.
Hooray!
Hooray! You get the ability to cast a new spell, Create or Destroy Raw Material. Once a day, you can create 100 pounds. It's a ritual cast spell. You can create any common metal, aluminum, iron, basic steel, copper, tin, bronze, or wood, dirt, salt, hemp, common minerals. Like you could make calcium, but not uranium. You could summon all the material needed to make a brick, but you would still need to make the brick. Metal you summon will need to be melted down and shaped, but you will have ingots or ore or whatever, and you could summon wood, but you'd still need to cut it up into planks and put them together to have a table. You can also cast the shield spell with a range of 60 feet.
That just on other people, I'm assuming?
Yeah, you yourself. So if you wanted to, or one of your requests was being able to protect people, so I gave you that, unless you don't like it, and it was a mistype.
No, that goes hard. That actually, because literally the biggest issue I've run into is I literally don't have a use for my spell slots. That's a reaction spell. Hooray, I have a use for my spell slots, because the only spell I almost ever cast is Fly.
Yeah. And Guidance, which is a cantrip.
Or a ritual cast a spell. So that is fantastic. Yeah, that goes hard. Also, what level is the Create Raw Materials?
It's a good question. What level is Create or Destroy Water?
Second, I think. Or no, first.
Yeah. Wait.
Going to Google.
Yeah.
I think it's first.
Yeah, first level transmutation. So yeah, this would be first level.
Hooray!
Hooray!
I'm going to cut out no card and write that down. But that goes really hard. I really like that actually because it solves all of the issues of having to keep buying scrap.
Mm-hmm.
Next stop, putting a furnace in me.
Nice.
That's the next invention I'd like to work on. Figuring out how I can. Yeah, how do I shove a furnace in me, or how do I make a son who has a furnace?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, don't we have a furnace in the fucking?
In the Magnificent Workshop? Yes.
Yeah. Never mind. I don't need to put a furnace in me. Put more armor.
Yeah, but after this university emissary, you appear back with your friends Bastion at Stephen's old house, and I believe you guys are walking away, but you can still be here.
Also, question: what's the destroy part of that mean? Can I destroy?
You can get rid of raw materials, 100 pounds. Yeah. So, like, if there's a pile of dirt in the way, you could make it be gone. You wouldn't be able to get rid of things that have been made, like a door. But if
because it's not raw material. But could I get rid of parts of the door?
I mean, if you broke them down into parts, yes.
Just got the gears started.
Anything that has not yet been touched by man.
Okay. Okay.
Man or machine.
You a man or you a machine?
So you could make a tree disappear.
I'm putting 100 pounds worth of dirt holes everywhere we go.
Yeah. Trip hazards. Hey, you could dig trenches really fast.
I could actually. Well, what the fuck does 100 pounds of dirt look like?
Yeah, is it easier to dig 100 pounds of dirt or to just make it disappear?
I could just make a machine that does that.
True. You could make the very first what is that called? Fucking
Plow machine?
Scoops that say cat on the side.
I was gonna say grave digger, but that's a monster truck.
Mm-hmm.
A sandbag is 18 pounds.
Oh.
So
10 sandbags. It's not very much, but still.
No, not 10. If it's 18 pounds, it'd be 180.
Oh.
5 sandbags.
Yeah, okay. So you could still make a tripping hazard wherever you go.
God, I could really make a cool fort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will say, by the way, I'm for sure just gonna do this every day, even if I don't say it. And I'm just
Completely fill the Magnificent Workshop with...
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put it in my bag and then eventually dump it out.
Uh-huh.
I'd like 100 pounds of literally everything I could ever make.
Okay.
Starting with steel,
Mm-hmm.
and then working my way through the usefulness of the materials.
Cool.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but you're at Steven's shack. Pastor Vespic is hiding in a corner because if these university people see him, he will be executed. Very he lives in the shadows, let's just say. He's like level 3. But you guys are here, and they told you, I believe, that your sister is in fact at the university, and they would like to talk to you there about stuff that you've done.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Good thing we haven't done anything bad, right, guys?
Let's pause on that for a minute. I'm running inside the building.
Okay. So what do Bastion and Pale do now that you're just in the street and this university person has left?
They're like, well,
After saying they just want to talk.
so like we know that this is a trap. It's okay though.
Is it? I think they just want to talk.
No, that's them being nice. It's not like we're gonna murder you, but we're gonna give you time to prep.
Should we just murder them first?
No, we might learn something. I mean, it's Carolina's sister. We might find out more about where she's been, why she disappeared, all that.
I suppose that's true.
Exactly. So we go in, we let them attack us first, we get plausible deniability, kill them all, help out her sister, and go from there.
Like self-defense.
Exactly like self-defense.
Bastion gives you a big thumbs up. And then goes to, like, he mimics cracking his knuckles, but he can't.
That's gonna be like, like scratch the back of my head, like, yeah. Fine. Everything's fine. And it's like, all right, let's just start heading over there.
You start heading over there. You see that the city has quieted down a bit ever since they launched the full giving Stone Garden reinforcements. The town is a little emptier than would usually be, but everyone is at work today. They are prepping for times that are to come. There's still kind of a buzz of hopefulness, and everyone is working with a purpose. There are very few slackers today, and going about town, people cast you side glances, but you guys you're in Goldbury. You're not the weirdest guys they've seen, but they don't know you. They don't recognize you. You don't see your wanted posters anywhere.
I mean, why would we be wanted? We're fantastic.
Right. Yeah.
I've done nothing wrong ever.
Totally normal. Damn. Need to wait until Carolina comes back. But
Our the star of the show is gone.
yeah.
I mean, I already did all my things. My character can die happy.
This is preemptive, but I'll go ahead and list. The only reason you guys are not being immediately arrested is because you were out of time. Currently, so after the revolution but before the prison break, Pale, murder of city employees, 51. Murder, 2. Extrajudicial killing of a person of interest, 20. Insurrection, 2. Espionage, 4. Terrorism, 2. Grand larceny, 3. Mayhem, 2. Conspiracy for mass murder, 1. Torture, 2. Collusion with organized crime, 8. Weapons smuggling, 4. Forgery of government documents, 1. Horse theft, 2. Harboring a person of interest, 4. Kidnapping, 4. Arson, 5. Assault with a deadly weapon, 2. Harassment, 1. Evading arrest, 1. Shooting a firearm in city limits, 2. Piracy, 1. Stalking, 2. Unlicensed necromancy, 1. Brandishing a weapon, 2. Unlawful detainment, 1. Maiming of a city official, 1. Collusion with followers of a forbidden god, 3. Carolina, insurrection, 1. Espionage, 2. Terrorism, 1. Collusion with organized crime, 2. Weapons smuggling, 1. Harboring a person of interest, 2. Kidnapping, 1. Brandishing a weapon, 1. And do you want to know what your future crime tally is for all 3 of you? Because Bastion, at this point in time, you have not committed any crimes.
Hooray!
You're a good boy.
I'm a good boy!
So, Hale, murder of a city employee, 78. Carolina, 22. Carolina, 27. Bastion, 27. Murder. Pale, 7. Carolina and Bastion, 5. Extrajudicial killing of a person of interest. Pale, 56. Carolina and Bastion, 36. Manslaughter, all 3 of you have 98. Conspiracy for insurrection, Pale, 4. Carolina, 2. Bastion, 1. Espionage, Pale, 7. Carolina, 5. Bastion, 2. Terrorism, Pale, 3. Carolina, 2. Bastion, 1. Grand larceny, Pale, 6. Carolina, 3. Bastion, 3. Mayhem, Pale, 4. Carolina and Bastion, 1. Worship of a forbidden god, Pale, 4. Conspiracy for mass murder, Pale, 4. Bastion and Carolina, 1. Torture, Pale, 2. Collusion with organized crime, Pale, 9. Carolina, 3. Bastion, 1. Weapons smuggling, Pale, 5. Carolina and Bastion, 1. Drugs, Pale and Carolina. Forgery, 1 for Pale again. Horse theft, 2. Only Pale again. Harboring a person of interest or known criminal, Pale, 6. Carolina, 4. Bastion, 3. Kidnapping, Pale, 4. Carolina, 1. Arson, Pale, 7. Carolina, 2. Bastion, 2. And turning to the second page of my list, assaults, Pale, 3. Carolina and Bastion, 1. Harassment, Pale, 3. Carolina and Bastion, 2. Evading arrest, Pale, 1. Firearm in city limits, Pale, 2. Piracy, Pale, 1. Stalking, Pale, 5. Carolina, 4. Bastion, 2. Unlicensed necromancy, Pale, 1. Brandishing a weapon, Pale and Carolina, 1. Unlawful detainment, Pale, 5. Carolina, 4. Bastion, 4. Maiming of a city official, Pale, 2. Carolina and Bastion, 1. Collusion with followers of forbidden god, Pale, 7. Carolina, 4. Bastion, 3. Destruction of evidence, Pale, 2. Carolina and Bastion, 1. Breaking and entering of government property, Pale, 3. Carolina and Bastion, 1. Inciting a riot, all 3 of you have 2. Sabotage, all of you have done once. Murder of celestial beings, all of you twice. Aiding escape of prisoners, all of you have 297. Release of toxic material, all of you have 1. Theft of government property, all of you have 3 counts. Collusion with foreign spies, all of you have 3 counts. And finally, recruitment for terror or insurrection, Pale, 5. Carolina, 3. Bastion, 2. Collusion with a dragon, all 3 of you have done once. And worshipping a forbidden god, Pale, you have done once. According to these people, you guys flew the planes on 9/11. You're gonna get thousands of years in prison. They're gonna turn you into an elf and make you time travel to serve your sentences. That is not a joke.
They're gonna turn me into an elf? Bet.
They're
longer
breaking
lifespan.
Gon's magic, you bastards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, but hang on. I was going to ask, by the way, is this the city we blew the nuke up in?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. I kind of figured that out after the 298 prisoner escapes and multiple counts of civilian murder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So here's my thing. Realistically, Pale would have early issues with being transformed into an elf, but it would add so much depth to his character if you guys see me dragged off by blue shields, and then a random elf with reddish tinted skin who's always warm comes up and it's like, hey guys, they weren't lying.
They just did mental torture on you to make you live thousands of years.
Look, I'll let you know that if they try to kidnap you, I'll kill them, and if that's not possible, they won't take you alive.
But it'd be so much fun for my character to be just that brutally traumatized.
But think about it.
true. As the kids say, big mood.
Big mood indeed.
Mood.
Will
Is
you?
Carolina still AWOL?
Big movement going on here.
You guys arrive at the university. It is as you've seen it before, a glittering Hogwarts-ass place. There's statues of important wizards and students taking naps and eating ramen. Do you guys just roll up to their gates? Because they are guarded. Like, there's the priest of Soldanari, who's the goddess of good magic. They're just out.
Yeah, I'm down to just fucking pull up.
I'll let Bastion go first so we don't set off the evil alarms.
Are you, like, hiding in a bush or what?
No, I'm just following behind him.
Okay. And you guys walk right up to a gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's be a little girly pop about it.
There is a elf that walks up to you in robes. You don't see any other guards outside of the ones that are, like, by the gates. And those guards do not seem alarmed by you walking up. But this person walks up to you in deep blue robes that, like, fade into black almost at the tips. They're a regular blonde high elf, because of course they are. But they walk up to you and they go, "Where's the other one?"
Other what?
Never mind. So they pull out a scroll and read to you all of those crimes. They don't read the ones that are in the future.
Say the line!
He was on our radar?
Yeah.
No, say the crimes again.
No.
Oh, I do want to say all of them again. They say the previous ones. So they say Pale and Carolina's crimes, and then Bastion, you've not committed any crimes yet. But they say the only reason you aren't being... First of all, we know all this. Because we scryed on you and you were seen escorting Donald Denham and intimately traveling with, so people who, you've had direct contact with Stephen Puyo, the Shrike, and the leader of the Shadow Hands. The city's entire investigative team has been tracking your deeds extensively with every tool at our disposal. The only reason you are not being arrested and interrogated at this very moment is for the sake of the timeline, requested specifically by Champion Ildor Avarice himself. The moment you get back on track, you will be apprehended and taken into custody for your crimes both before, during, and after your time jump. Pale Talon, you will be terminated on sight. The Church of Mechanus has vetoed us looking into and preventing your future crimes for now. And believe me, we are fighting to get them overturned.
Don't worry about that. Honestly, you'll just have to be able to catch me first. It's okay. When time catches up, I'll probably just be a champion of the Phoenix. So keep going.
I can't imagine they were that bad. I mean, what did they even do?
They show you the entire list of crimes they've just read you.
That's only like 30 crimes. We've done way more.
You are only being allowed to walk free. Let me just... Yeah. You are only being allowed to walk free due to you currently being under Mechanus' jurisdiction. We only have access to, or rather, we know about other crimes that you've done, but they are not under our jurisdiction. What is currently under our jurisdiction is Golgari, obviously, Dawnstown, Dawnstone, Dawnsville, and Stone Garden, towns that are currently under the jurisdiction of the Emergency Provisional Council. Any of these areas, if you are seen in them beyond sunset today, your current self will be arrested and dealt with by the Mechanites, while your past, our present you, will be arrested by whoever can get to you first. Pale Talon, you are only being allowed to walk free due to you currently being under Mechanus' jurisdiction and at this current timeline self being a follower of Tyr. Various members of the church and governments are aware that this will change in the near future, but again, the Mechanites have ruled that we cannot act on this knowledge at this point in time. The Tyr Church has pled for you to be given a chance, but should you enter the jurisdictions that you are barred from as a Merculian or as a Tyr follower, being that you are a prolific serial killer and mass murderer, you will be similarly arrested and dealt with. The Tier Church is considering ways you may redeem yourself because they believe you were brainwashed and manipulated. But please be advised that law enforcement and military in the Northeast and Golgari have been authorized to terminate all known Merkulians on site. Though, of course, capture for interrogation is preferred.
So your god is... who?
Solinari.
What's her view of Pelor?
To be honest, she's not really, all caught up in the dealings of mortals. It's more how mortal sees magic.
So she doesn't care that Pelor is ripping souls from the before life to burn out this universe faster, killing the preborn and burning them as fuel, which we're trying to stop. That I understand that Solinari cares more about the living than those who will live and how the magic is used. And she's too scared to stand up against a god because that's what we're facing off against. But thank you for your warning.
She's not concerned with it if it gets the job done.
Can Bastion be behind Pale, like with his arms crossed, just like very stern look on his face, just like, yeah, you tell him, bud.
Yeah.
And know that Bastion, though you have not yet committed any crimes, the Mechanites have hinted that you will in the future. So if you are also found in any of our jurisdictions beyond nightfall today, you will be simply taken in for scientific study and then likely written up for battery at the very least.
I don't think you could crack me, though. That would be very difficult for you. Your weapons aren't strong enough.
We will see what we can do.
Would I know about the elf thing? Like the transmogrifying?
You know the horrific tortures that they are capable of.
So I know about the elf thing specifically.
I mean, that they don't do that often, but listen, if you are... You're going to be sentenced to thousands of years in prison if they arrest you, so they will make you live by any means possible, just so they can continue to torture you and so you can face justice, because they're good people after all.
I'm just going to kind of look at one of them, offer my hand. It's like, look, I'm not going to do anything. The handshake, just want to let you know. For those that you torture, that you force into bodies to live forever, we make bodies that outlast them, and we will make sure that the sun bleaching that Pelor did, equaled only by the axe you take, won't happen the next time Gond and Merkul shake hands. And I'm just holding mine out to shake theirs.
They're not going to shake your hand.
Won't you
I'm going to leave it out there the whole time.
Sinner's hand. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, this is the same fucking place we found Yagami in the first place. Fuck these guys, man. I want them to fucking try.
Yep.
I'll kill this whole goddamn city.
Welcome.
You know how many peasants I can kill in one turn? Let me run at them. Yes.
So funny.
Oh, I can kill 3 peasants a turn, and that's not nearly enough for them to crit me.
But wait. What if they're very quickly handing things back and forth to each other?
I'm gonna fucking Omni-Man their goddamn city.
Oh, what about was it the commoner gun?
Oh, the peasant railgun?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I'd also like to remind you that I have the thing that lets
they
me do...
still have to hit me.
Yeah. Well, let's also remember, I can summon 2 planar allies at once. I can do like, here are 2 angels.
Takes like 10 minutes, though.
Yeah, so if I had 20 minutes, I can summon 2 of them.
10 minutes before sundown.
Yeah. And it's the most powerful people on the planet all live in this town.
Yep.
They're all
for now.
A mile of you.
For now.
They live for now.
Yeah, let's see them vortex morph up into 100 feet in the sky. I'd like to see their shins survive that.
They can probably fly.
They probably can. That's not very fair.
Well, I'd like to see them survive cloud kill insect plagues.
You know what I want my next ability to do? I want an anti-magic shield around everything that except for me in 20 feet, so I can run at mages while they're flying and cause them to fall out of the sky.
Oh my God.
That's cool. I want an anti-matter shield.
Actually, yeah, just give me antimatter, just give me, correction, in sentence. Give me antimatter.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Wait.
Anti-material. Not a rifle, just in general.
Just anti-material. Just a hole in the universe. Let me give it to someone. I want to see what happens.
Hey, here's a pocket of wormhole. You're going to be spaghettified now.
Oh yeah,
Goodbye.
no, just go ahead. Put the portable hole in my backpack, man. It's all right.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
God, is Carolina still just
Yeah,
vibing?
is she gone? Still?
Darian?
Darian?
Darian, are you with us?
Darian. Oh god.
Someone get the Ouija board.
But, yeah, they didn't start looking into you until the Revolution, and King Henry protected you until you made it to Goldbury. The Feywild was out of their jurisdiction. You were back in time, and then they were only looking at past you. They only realized you were time traveling when you guys bothered Chalice and Johnny, and the ocean is out of their jurisdiction, and they have a red string wall, figured out your crimes from the start of the game to you getting to Thunderstone, but can't arrest you because, or put out warrants or spread news about you because you need to worship at the feet of Ildor Avarice. And when time is normal, they will be sending every bounty hunter and adventuring party on Earth looking for you. So good luck.
We have more money than them.
Sure.
I mean, we have the blessing of the Red Dragon that we have access to his entire horde. So it's okay.
I mean, you might want to ask him about that.
Oh, please. That'll be the problem with whoever goes to try and receive it.
Fine. Yeah. But is there anything else silly you guys want to tell this guy? Because even if Caroline is not here, I can give her information to her in a different way. Unless they're going to be back in a few minutes. Hey, Darren.
Oh, I'm just also going to then do, just to really confuse them, I'm going to do a sending to the one who's talking to us and just say, in his head, I have to appear strong in front of them. How do I redeem myself?
Make a persuasion check, unless you're lying.
I'd say half lying, half actually wondering, just so I don't have to deal with it. Either way, it's a -1. That's a 3.
Yeah, dog. They turn to you flatly and say, help us capture Ash Barlow and Stephen Puyo.
Ash Barlow's captured already.
He's not yet.
I mean, I can tell you as long as Eldor doesn't show up. About Ash. Stephen is dead.
They kind of
Ash,
frown. Is he messed up by the timeline also?
No, it's fine. What happens to Ash, I can't interfere with. Eldor made that very clear. Stephen's dead. Gone. His soul is actually ripped apart. I had to watch.
Got him back.
Pieces. Souls can be ripped.
And in fact, that was a mercy by Pelor. He could have destroyed him completely.
Yeah, Pelor's an asshole. Out of character. But, yeah, and Ash Barlow is... What day is it? What day of the year I'm asking them?
It is
as
day
if I don't
19.
know.
Or actually, the rebels fell on day 11. They actually didn't make it that far. So actually, Ash is in fact under your feet, being horrifically tortured right now.
I'm going to say, Ash Barlow, doesn't survive his torture. If you want proof, I can give you the remains I have of him.
They kind of
you can go and feel them out. You can go and sense them or whatever, and I pull out the 3 remaining nails.
How did you get these?
I was sent them.
By who?
That I can't tell you.
Oh, yes you can.
How about this? You make it upon a discovery. It's arrest Pale Talon, not shoot on sight. And then I'll tell you where I got them from.
If you are willing to cooperate with you, I can plead the case for you to not be shot on sight.
Well, at a point in time, I made contact with his wife, ex-wife, wife. It's on and off again.
Which one?
What's her name? Not Warlock. What's
her
her
name's Katrina.
That's it. Yeah. It's like Katrina. Come on. Only one actual marriage. He was a bit of a, but only one actual. And she was sent them as a reminder to stay in her little bog and not go anywhere. She handed them over to me when I went to pay my condolences, and I found out how cruel she is, how she earned her places respected by Mercurians.
He kind of narrows his eyes and goes, Ash doesn't have an ex-wife named Katrina.
Then baby mama, wife. His life is a little confusing. Was. And if I tried to save him, you'll never guess who showed up with his little tiny children.
His children attempt to rescue him.
No, I'm saying Ildor Avarice showed up whenever I tried to rescue him.
Ah. Good on
When
him.
I tried anything, he showed up. Do you know how many times he killed me?
You deserved it. Think about all
And at
the
the end of
orphans
all
you've
this-
made, Mr. Talon.
Think of all the children that didn't get to take a breath because of you.
Think about when... Oh, no, he doesn't know about that yet. Never mind.
Yeah, meta bit. But like I said, I'll cooperate to a point as long as it keeps my friends out of trouble.
We will see what we can do. As soon as time is normal, you can rest assured that we will be in contact.
I know you'll be in contact, but I also want you to remember, our gods outnumber your gods. Yours are stronger. We have more.
Who's we?
Spoilers, priest. Spoilers.
They narrow their eyes and go, I will be in contact with Mechanus about this. Or rather in contact with Allure Avarice, who will be in contact with Mechanus.
We all know down the line you're essentially in contact with the Emperor. You're in his pocket. Anyway, we have places to be. I'm just going to kind of...
Wait, the Emperor of San Corel?
You're in his pocket. We know. It's fine. I'm just
Or is
going to
it
walk
the-
past him. Yeah, Sankarel. I was going for Sankarel.
There's only two emperors in this world. There's the Emperor of Krieghazen, who is nameless and is just called the Emperor, but they're a red dragon, so... and then there's
Nice.
Emperor Claudius.
No, yeah, I'm talking about Claude.
Okay, yeah. They assumed. He's the closest Emperor. He's only across a very small body of water. They go, what does the
Yeah, the
Emperor
wet
have
one.
to do about this?
Hey, spoilers. Idiots.
Yeah. But they tell you, get out of their jurisdiction, or they will arrest you and hand you to Ildor Avarice.
No.
Why are we wanted by him again?
Well,
Because we're out of time.
yeah, it's they want to arrest you very badly, but Mechanus said no because you're out of time. So if they do arrest you, they're going to be handing you to the Mechanites.
God
who
damn
will
it,
deal
so
with
we're
you.
hunted by time cops right now?
Not
No, you're
really.
hunted by the
Almost
other
time
cops. The time cops are stopping the regular cops from arresting you.
Oh, because we're out of time.
Yes.
We're out of touch, out of time.
Yo, bro!
And the regular cops are pissed about this because they think you're going to murder people while you're out of time, which you probably will. And they're like, these Mechanites with their technicalities and jurisdictions are preventing us from saving people for the sake of a timeline. We can work around a paradox, and Mechanus is like, no, you can't. And
Nuh-uh. Fuck you mean nuh-uh?
these are the little
Nuh-uh.
scops that rule
You
Wolverine.
mean nuh-uh?
Not this one.
Yeah, and hey, before you guys leave, this guy, you pop into existence, Carolina. They go, oh, I'd been hoping I could talk to you. So, Carolina, did you hear any of that?
I heard most of it up until Bastion gave his rant about the, this is where we found Yagami.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so we wanted to inform you, Mrs. Shadeflame, that your entire family has cast you off. They are under our protection, and as a known terrorist, you are no longer welcome in Golgari. We are giving you this one chance to leave peacefully, required by the Mechanites and a mercy that your family asked for. They hope that maybe in your exile, you can come to your senses. It has been very odd as an investigator, scrying on Donald Denham and the princess, seeing you with them, and then you popping up again here repeatedly. We haven't been able to control which of you we scry on, and the visions have been hazy at best. After some consultation with the priest of Mechanist, we were able to discern how this was happening, but our demands to know why were overruled. Another setback against your immediate arrest, but perhaps the timeline would be better served, the timeline and the world would be better served if you didn't pop up again. Know that your father, mother, and sister do not want to be contacted by you ever again. And if you are seen in Golgari, Dawnstown, Dawnstone, Dawnsville, or Stonegarden, towns that are under our jurisdiction, beyond sunset today, you will be arrested.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of towns. Yes. Somehow I don't believe you on my entire family, though.
Believe me or not, this is not up for debate. It is not up for negotiation. They do not want to see you, and you will not be able to find out where they are. You will not even be able to magically contact them, though feel free wasting your magics trying to do so. You will leave this city today and not re-enter it or any of the others I just listed, and if found beyond dusk tonight, you will be arrested.
So if they have been notified of these crimes that currently are out of time, for the most part, wouldn't you be fucking up the timeline?
I know of your crimes you've committed so far, so they know about they know about after the revolution, but not before the prison break. So, and then the Mechanites have hinted that they know you're going to commit crimes in the future, but these people can't prosecute you yet because you, A, haven't committed them, B, you're out of time, so it would make paradoxes, and Mechanists can overrule them arresting you because you're out of time.
Yeah, and in my own head, or if Pale's listening, I was in contact with my family during this time.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe this, but okay.
We only realized you were time traveling after you bothered Chalice.
Which time?
What you've done since your time jump.
Okay.
So the times you've come back to Golgari while you were also in Stonegarden.
Yeah, that does sound pretty weird. Being in two places at once.
The charts we've had to make to sort all this out have been a nightmare for me, but it's good practice for the interns.
Oh, yes it is. Where did you say my sister was? Because I was pretty sure I was told to come here so that my sister could talk to me. No.
We were having you come here so we could deliver this message to you, that she does not want to talk to you. Yes. So I could officially serve you this notice, and now you have it.
Oh. Okay, and what was your name again?
My name is Officer Theodore.
Officer Theodore. That's very formal. You know, I go by Carolina. You called me Miss Shade Flame earlier. I don't really like that name. You could call me Carolina. It's fine.
I'll make that a note in the records.
And so what would be your first name so we could make this less formal?
Chadwick.
Chadwick Theodore?
Yes.
Chad Teddy.
So we will not be telling you where your sister is. Just know that she does not want any contact with you because, again, you are a known terrorist. And a murderer. Motions to Pale. You are traveling with a man who has committed, let me do the math. Let's just see here. What's 78 plus 56 plus 7? If you count manslaughter, what's plus another 98?
Officer, how could it have been a hate crime if I enjoyed it so much?
239 felonies is not that serious, considering what Glamora Lestern has done. Oh,
Yeah,
was that justified?
It was, actually.
No, it
To my
wasn't.
knowledge, Lamora Lestern never committed a crime.
Okay.
What if it was Stephen
Mur-
Puyo who did all those things that she did?
Murderer is such a harsh word. I prefer the word assassin because anybody I kill is necessary.
Wait, I'm just going to whisper to Carolina, hey, turn my hair into a question mark. And I'm just going to say, if it was Stephen Puyo who did everything that Glamora did,
I turn his head into a question mark.
Thank you. Would he be crimeless?
It is now glowing bright green.
They ponder, trying to figure out a way to phrase this. And they say, Glamora Lestern acted out the will of a god who has the best interests of literally every person on the planet in mind. You may disagree with her methods. However, she did not break into temples and steal artifacts so she could destroy the entire...
And if we were to use the same reasoning, because that's what we believe, because that's obviously what you believe, right?
Glamora Lestern hunted monsters across this land, both humanoid and actually monsters. She converted people to the way of light, and just... No, it is not the same. Stephen Puyo's party kidnapped and tortured people so they'd give them information on how to summon Tarrasques or do a spell that would break the fabric of space-time. No.
Well, I feel like we just aren't seeing eye to eye. So keep in contact with me. You know that I'm, willing to work stuff out. Is there anything else you wanted us for, or just to tell us about our crimes? Because someone contacted Carolina.
No, I just wanted to, or we, the city, just wanted to inform you that you are on thin ice. The ice will break in approximately 10 days. Get out of our city. Do not murder anyone else.
You guys are such
In fact,
a
don't
bummer.
do anything else. Just go hide somewhere where we can easily catch and arrest you.
And then it would be hiding.
You
Mr.
guys don't
Pale.
go in the basement of your university.
Mr. Pale, if I, air quotes, murdered Mr. Chadwick right now, you'd bring him back, right?
I mean, if they gave me enough time. I'd stabilize him. I'd let his friend here actually heal him. I think we should diamond on
A
him.
very irritated look.
It's like,
What,
I
me?
just don't really... I don't take
did
very
I-
kindly to threats, Chadwick.
That's not a
But
threat.
we should go. That
Yeah.
everything about that was a threat. Because you haven't done anything. You're telling me to leave. You haven't done anything, nothing. It's a threat. Unless you can make good on that.
Chadwick sighs and puts his hands behind his back, taking a deep breath. Miss Shadeflame, that is not a threat. It is a official decree by this city.
I don't
Well-
give a damn about the city. I hate
And
this
as
city.
we go to walk away, I'm just going to turn and say, just so you know, our other future selves, you'll meet them soon enough. In 2 weeks' time, we're going to be with King Henry, so you can try and get into his regency.
We know you're with King Henry.
No, in 2 weeks' time exactly, we'll be with him. We've already spoken to the other versions of ourselves. There's another one that's running around. You'll meet them soon. Don't question it. That's why Ildor spoke out for us. We'll be with him in 2 weeks' time. Is it 14 days, a fortnight? Come find us out.
Untouchable.
We are currently aware that you are under the employ of King Henry, who is a foreign diplomat. Therefore, we cannot arrest you while you're working with him.
I'm trying to just lie and say that there's another group of us out of time.
Oh, a third one? Oh, God.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. In 2 weeks' time, we've spoken to ourselves. That's where we'll be if you want to find us.
Make a
really trying to throw
deception
for a
check.
loop.
See you in 2 weeks.
Let me see if I can touch myself
You
first.
see his eye twitch a little.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to do a guidance on myself just so I can
That's-
touch myself for it.
That's advantage, and I'm assisting in that lie.
Would that be advantage or?
If you want to touch yourself, you mean public exposure?
No, I mean guidance.
Uh-huh. Sure you do.
Listen. Okay, so it's a 15 plus.
So sorry, I took my hoodie off.
So
and I had to put my
17.
headphones up.
So it's an 18
17.
plus Carolina helping. 18.
18. Let me see what this guy's fucking. He says, "I will be speaking with the followers of Mechanus."
Hands up to play my song. Butterflies fly away.
Yeah.
Party in the Mercadian essay.
Yeah.
As we walk around, I'm just gonna say a quick prayer to Eldor. Just like, please, it would be so fucking funny. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, Chadwick, if the Gogorians ever get to arrest me, I hope it's you that gets to come arrest me.
I'll be back here.
Oh, you will be getting a visit from me. Do not worry.
Yes, I love to see that day. You wouldn't happen to be a Blue Shield, would you?
No, the Blue Shields only work in Stone Garden and the surrounding Northeast.
You don't have any family that are Blue Shields.
This doesn't sound like threats.
I will add threatening a officer to the list.
No.
Didn't say anything. I just asked a question. But if you want to take that as a threat to add to the many things that are on that list you read off a couple of times, sure.
He nods to you and says nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
I will remember the face, and I turn into him.
He changes his own face to 3 different people as you walk away.
Sneaky, sneaky.
God, I can't wait for them to all die.
King Henry can certainly help.
Yeah.
Is Chadwick his real name? Insight check.
Sure.
Amy Turner.
With the frizz? No way.
All right, my first roll on D&D. My first roll on D&D and Beyond. Let's see.
Ever?
Today. I mean, not on D&D and Beyond. On roll 20 today.
Get it together.
That's not even what I rolled.
Yeah. Dice aren't real.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
All
You
right,
must supposed
17.
to become one with the dice.
You know that Officer Chadwick is his real name. He probably has to tell you for legal reasons.
Love that. If you're a cop, you have to tell me.
Yeah, well,
Totally not the real law.
Yeah,
I mean,
does
when
he
he's
have his
serving,
does he have his body cam on?
But what do you guys do now?
Well, let's go visit Ash.
No, Ash. Well, we should. Do you want to go check on your sister?
I can't see her. Remember,
Well,
she's supposedly here at the university, but
listen, I just want to make sure that we don't neglect your things. So we've been doing stuff for my family this whole time.
it's quite all right. I'll send her a letter later. They said I can't contact her by any magical means, but if somebody else contacts her through their red-headed courier, yeah,
They're not going to mess with the courier. No one
No.
messes with the courier.
nobody's messing with the god.
Exactly. Well, weirdo. I mean, we can go give. And I'm just going to kind of look at the two of them like very quiet. It's just like, Ash's brain. He hasn't gotten out yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we could do that. No, let's not do that. That sounds gross.
Since you've licked Ash's brain, is there anything in there you just want to know?
I mean, I already know everything because I've listened to that full thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else. Actually, wait. It's Ash before he got locked up. If he has a specific hatred for any races, just so when I reincarnate him, we try to avoid those ones.
I thought you were going to do it on purpose.
Oh no!
Oh no, not so that strong.
I would say he's not racist, but next to Kashinki, there's a drow colony, and he fucking hates them. Because they're always raiding Kashinki for stuff. And
Fair enough.
that's about it.
Hate ghouls, not racist, just don't like them.
You also know that he intensely wants to hate fuck their high priestess, because they have a very, like, passive-aggressive relationship. Because she does punish the drow who raid Kashinki, because her and Ash have a deal, but she's always so fucking pissy about it.
Well, Pale,
Yeah,
I mean, if you want, you can borrow my my tattoo, and you could turn yourself into her.
No.
I gotta ask, how do you borrow a tattoo?
It's a magical tattoo that when I use it, it's on my skin. When I unattune to it, it's a needle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I do remember that because you'd asked me to make it for you.
LOL.
Caroline, is there anything you want to know upon licking Ash's brain?
I listened to it too, so
The man has a wealth of information. I mean, there's stuff that's not just in there. It's still. I'm not talking about like, personal stuff. I'm talking about stuff that a very intelligent man with great connections would know.
Oh.
That's a great question.
Nothing that I could really think of right now in this particular second.
Same.
Anything he's told you earlier that you want more details on?
I feel like we're supposed to think of something right now.
Bastion, any info that a intelligent guy who does a lot of research and has like 100 scientists under his employ?
I can't
Probably
lick
more
his
than
brain. I don't have a tongue.
You could.
That's just like your opinion, bro.
You could.
No, it's an objective fact, actually.
We could make it.
If you hold it while you go into your rest state, you could dream all of his stuff.
I touch it, and then I put it into your oil stream.
But no, didn't he explicitly ask us to not lick his brain?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna not.
Okay.
I'll pass.
Yeah, this.
Coward.
I guess. What do you mean? This is the Bastion that's committed crimes.
Yeah, but there's a difference between I'm gonna lick some guy's brain because I can, and I'm gonna lick some guy's brain because I need stuff from it. I don't need anything from this guy.
What is a broken crime? It is a rule that was broken.
Actually, hang on.
Ash gave you a rule not to lick it. Break the rule.
Hey Bailey, I know how to make this now.
Yeah.
Could I, hypothetically, lick his brain, steal his entire memory, personality, and concept, and then remake it? But I'd lose it.
Are you saying
You
you want
mean
to
make like a second
copy
copy?
it?
Yeah.
It would take a very high Arcana check, but you could try to make a copy of it.
Hey, you want to know what
Can
one of
I
my best
help?
skills is? Let's fucking do it.
But if
Can I
you fuck
assist?
up real bad, I will say you will destroy it. And while the brain scrambling will wear off, Ash will be confused for a year.
A year?
No.
Whew. I mean, okay, but if I have help, I have advantage. And what are the chances of me rolling 2 nat 1s? Plus, I have a thing that just lets me flat roll a 10.
Yeah.
Worst case.
Wait. I want to help, but I also want to like help while holding the dragon thing, just because it was mass brain, like thought control thing. So I'm gonna borrow the shard.
Okay. Have brain amplifying
Clockwork amulet.
nearby.
Is it just attack? It better not be just attack.
It better not be.
Where do you guys go to do this cool experiment?
God damn it, when you make an attack roll.
Steven's house.
And it's from Mechanist. Fuck. They hate us.
Steven's fucking shack.
His beautiful,
Yeah, we gotta
luxurious home.
either Steven's shack or where the dude is making the fucking soul magazines.
So you guys have a whole fucking lab. That's just
We
with
do.
you.
But then we
we should
can't-
just go.
We can't. We can't use it because we have to get out of Golgari tonight.
Oh, we don't have to. We just should.
You don't have to stay the whole time.
Yeah,
You
but
can
if
also
we
get out
use
of
it,
Golgari and make the hut. And
Oh
then
wait, what if
Yeah,
we
you know,
what if we use
I was
the
gonna
the
say-
box?
like if we use the mansion now, we won't be able to use it later tonight.
Yeah, but we can also just use the box to go somewhere if needed.
Or
Either
you
way,
just
I'm
get
down
out of
for it.
Golgari.
teleport, wind walking.
Yeah.
You could wait until 6:20 and then just fucking wind walk out.
Ooh, true. We do have 3 uses of it
Yeah.
per day.
I would like to go actually catch that fucking wizard that we let go making the fucking soul magazines.
He is there, but you'd have to break into the Pelorian dungeon again.
I don't care. That was easy the first time.
I mean,
We had help. I want to leave a clue for my. Damn, I can't leave a clue for my future past self to not let him go upstairs.
you could.
I can just rewind time.
I mean, you've already changed several things.
Or maybe-
Everest didn't let you change big stuff. You could change little stuff.
Or maybe we're upstairs waiting for him when he runs up there.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because we will be allowed in the city at that time. And then there'll be all chaos. Because the war is continuing. The riot has started. Yeah. Soul Magazine Wizard is not getting away.
Well, firstly, do we set up a lab right now? Do we actually do this in Steven's house? Do we... where do you guys want to make the copy, or do you want to do that at a later time? When you guys leave tonight, or whenever?
I mean, I'll defer to Bastion on that. He is the one
So
doing the
we'll
rolls.
say,
I'm just helping.
You can't do it here in the street.
No.
Right in front of Chadwick.
Uh-huh.
So our options are either here. There was another lab, wasn't there? What was the name?
You could go to Agath's place. I will say...
That's Agath is the mech
giant?
guy, right?
The half-giant
No.
wizard, Garfield and Bob are his friends.
It's still a giant.
Also,
to me.
I'm going to be able to hear. I'm just muting myself for a couple minutes, but also be able to hear. Y'all keep going.
I'm down to check out Agath's place.
Or here, even. Roll a D100, Bastion.
Uh-oh. What's the worst that happens? 95.
Nice. Yagami, with their little sending stone, messages you, and they say, "Hey, Bastion, are you back in Golgari yet?" They've been giving you small updates on what they've been doing.
Oh yeah, I have all my little guys.
Your little guys.
I forgot they're here.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. They're in August's place, aren't they?
Yagami will tell you right now. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, now that you're in town, right where, so Agath built us a little secret lab. And they give you directions to it. It's, there are so many people in August Demiplane. He's like, fuck this, I'm building them a secret lab. And so it's not a Demiplane, but it is very, very hidden and warded against, magic. But they will make it so you guys can enter.
Yeah.
So it's us and Bob and Garfield have been working on like parts of bodies, and we have a whole thing. And so you guys would go to. Do you just immediately go to the secret lab that your kids are in?
Yes.
Okay. You come into the secret lab. It is deep under the city, like past the scary parts. It's in like a layer 600 years down of them building on top been building on top, but it looks like it used to be a warehouse that's been built on top of. And there are magical wards everywhere. No one's getting in this place. You don't even realize that it exists until, I would say, Pale Jr. comes out and leads you guys in. There'd be no way the average person or even like a high-level wizard would find this place unless they knew where it was already, and they're not going to. So they bring you in. There are mage lights everywhere. You see, basically, there's a factory of bodies in here. They have about 20 done, but they haven't turned them on. They're just leaned against walls. So, like, the kids, like Yagami and Kimmer, have been working on basic parts like arms and legs, and Bob and Garfield have been working on the fancy parts, and Nokia and Pale Jr. have been keeping watch. There is also a man that some of you, I think, maybe, Pale will recognize them, and then Carolina, you probably have heard of this guy, and it's very obvious who he is. He's very recognizable. His name is Detective Eli Locke.
Shit.
He's a younger, like a dark-skinned human man. He wears a iridescent purple and green bow tie, and Nokia and Pale Jr. are with him going through like a lot of papers. Like they're in a desk going through a lot of documents and stuff, and they're helping him sort these.
Carolina's recalling any stories she told the children that might involve Eli Locke.
He's a good guy. Just a little guy.
He is. He wears a trench coat. He looks like a noir detective, except for his very pronounced bow tie.
And definitely not based on any real ones.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Copyright free, even though they're a real person. Hondo P.
But yeah, as soon as you guys walk in the door, your children cheer and run up to you, Bastion, and they pat you and or Carolina and Pale on the shoulder, and they go, "Tell us everything. How was the trip?"
I'm gonna beeline right to Eli and do the handshake from Predator. Locke, you son of a bitch.
Where they grab wrists.
Yeah, well, the big sweaty muscle handshake.
Oh, I have that gif. Hang on.
Yeah.
I mean, Eli Locke's kind of a twink, but he will.
So is Pale. So is Pale underneath everything.
Baby.
Yes.
You son of a bitch.
It's that. It's
perfect. Yeah.
Twink to twink. Communication.
Solidarity. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your strength score, Pale?
I think it's a +2. Let me check. I'm away from the computer for a second, but I'm pretty sure it's a +2.
Okay. I was about to say, if it was like a 3 or more, you were definitely not a twink.
Who's to say?
Twunk, maybe.
Twunk in the mind of with the mind of a twink. Yeah.
Sure. Well, that just means that you're a bottom. Anyway, skating right past that. Yeah, but the kids demand to know all of your shit, and Eli Locke sits by and lets you tell it, and Bob and Garfield pause in there. Garfield pulls the welding mask up, the welding mask that he has painted with like very rainbow unicorns on the side of it or something, to go with the rest of his garish outfit, as always. He is, however, wearing closed-toed shoes because he's working right now. Garfield always wears protection.
Oh. No.
He's 420 years old and you've only got one set of eyes. You can't go blind in a workplace accident.
So what's with all the bright clothes?
Visibility. Today he is wearing a red lacy button-up, which is very frayed at the wrists, but he has them rolled up so they can't get caught on any equipment. He is also wearing some teal jeans. They're not blue jeans, they're teal jeans. And under that, he is wearing some Velcro work boots, or work shoes like you'd wear in a kitchen, non-slip, but they're big and bulky because they're sneakers that have steel toes. And also he's got a tasteful ascot around his neck that does not match. It is a metallic kind of a silver. It's like crunchy. But yeah, the kids demand to know everything.
I tell them everything, exactly as it happens.
Perfect. And you really went all the way to Umberlee's heaven? That's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was pretty cool.
Heaven's a strong word. It was definitely her place.
Just Umberlee's place.
In the middle of the street.
And Nokia kind of solemnly nods like,
We're gonna have to make like a statue for Davy Jones. Poor guy.
Oh. Yeah. I wanted to save his soul too. Solid dude.
you saved everyone else. Are we going to put them in robot bodies too? Or did you take any of them with you, or did they just go away?
I actually don't know how to put these souls back.
Or I would say, I believe, Carolina, you stole a soul off the beach. The rest of the crew's souls and Jaden Folium's souls were just kind of released. And Jaden Folium have theirs now, but then the other souls of the crewmen, once they got their souls, they immediately dropped dead. And are in the afterlife somewhere, not with Umberlee, you can imagine?
Yeah, well, I hand bastion this soul. I don't know whose soul this is. I found it on the beach.
Yeah, it is a grape-sized pearl that glows blue.
I don't know, maybe do an investigation, try to talk to it, whatever. But yeah, here's one for the next body. Maybe. How do we get it to?
And all the scientists would also cry around this new soul form. Because they're used to green crystals.
If I think about it, is this stealing an unborn soul, or is this just stealing some guy's soul and then putting him in a new body?
This is a person who has already died.
Oh, okay. Wait. Bastion's trying to rationalize the moral implications of this.
And it could have been a atheist soul that Umberlee has stolen, or it could have been one of her people.
Meaning that what happens to a soul when a guy dies? Like, is this still a person, or is this just like an energy at this point?
Depends on the god, probably.
What does Umberlee do? Or Umberlee?
Make me a history or religion check.
Gonna be a history one, because I'm better at that. 20.
20? 20?
Sorry, it's a 24, because I have guidance now.
It's, you know that Umberlee's, favored, the ones that have actually pleased her in their life, they live in the ship with her. The ones on the beach are either people she has stolen or people who weren't very impressive. They're usually just asleep. So this is either a very basic commoner who happened to pray to Umberlee a couple of times, or it was an atheist she stole.
Do I know of some way of communicating? What am I talking about? Yes, we can. Okay. Would I know if speak with dead would work on this?
Make an Arcana check.
Absolutely. 15.
You're pretty sure it would.
That's on a 2 on the die, by the way. Just
Jesus Christ.
Throwing that out there.
You are fairly certain.
Damn. If only I knew someone with Speak with Dead.
Uh-huh.
If only I had a cleric in our party who had the ability to cast the spell Speak with Dead.
I will say, I think Matt said he had to mute himself.
Motherfucker.
So maybe he's internally screaming of it.
Oops. I don't know if I have it, but I can probably prepare it.
Yeah. Could you do that? Yeah. Okay.
Whoops.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and just... I think I will start working on the next body now that we have all that adamantine.
Yeah.
Oh, did we copy the brain yet?
No, we haven't done that yet.
But you could.
That's right, yeah. I will, you know what? I will go ahead and do that. I will have help, so that gives me advantage, right?
Yeah.
Plus, I double my. Oh god, this is gonna be. No, I'm trying to figure out how do I get the utmost. So I'm gonna have guidance. I'm gonna have tool expertise. I'm gonna have advantage. I'm gonna have. Oh, is there any buff?
Plus, I'm giving you the dragon crystal, which helps with brain stuff. I think. I don't know.
No, I think all of my things just buff me, but none of them make me better at making rolls. Yeah.
I will say, are you going to do this in front of Bob and Garfield and Eli Locke?
They have a problem with that?
No, but you know that Ash told you to not tell anyone other than you three.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna... I think it's... No.
I'll say that it's mine.
No, like, the thing is, they should know this even... The concept of this even exists.
Yeah, Garfield doesn't need to know that at all.
Yeah, I think... So, this isn't in Garfield's plane, ergo... He couldn't see into this, right? Like, this place is super immune to just scrying in general. So if there was a good place to do this, it would be here.
It would be. But you'd have to tell Bob and Garfield to go in a different room.
Could I just go into a different room?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm not gonna take my kids.
Okay.
I'll keep everybody out.
Cool. Yeah, if you told them more about the sailing trip, they'd be more than enraptured. Mm-hmm. And then Detective Eli Locke would mention that he's about to drop a Snowden. Like, he's been spending the last 10 years gathering dirt on every single higher up in Golgari. And so the kids are helping him organize. Like, his normal people are some of the people he's about to incriminate. And so he went to August, like, please, for the love of God, can I come seek asylum in Thunderscrim? And August was like, yeah, and you can hide in my lab until we go there. It's a whole thing, Eli. There are some spies with San Corel. It's gonna be a lot. And so Eli's like, I have a safe place to live for the next week before I am hunted across the earth. So yeah. But he'd be more than happy to tell you about all that. Well, I guess Pale and Bastion go copy a brain.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds accurate. Sounds normal.
Okay.
Gory pop, if you will.
Yeah, make me a fucking tinkering check or Arcana check.
So I'm definitely going to be making a tinkering check because I get to double my proficiency because I'm an artificer. So that's going to be 2d20 plus 13 plus a d4 plus I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and add the 5 to it from Flash of Genius.
Nice.
I feel like I'm about to fucking curl the monkey's paw.
Yep, probably.
Oh.
That's the fun of it.
How did you roll it like that, where it's a d20 plus 9 plus a d4?
You just put that in the syntax. So it's /R, and then it's for this it's 2d20 plus 13 plus a d4 plus 5. And it'll auto-calc everything. That's how I've been rolling.
In the chat, you use /R?
Yeah, /R. Like, here, let me...
Like /R then parentheses, or?
Let me stream real quick.
Okay. In your Discord?
Fancy boy over here.
I can't believe he's utilizing the technology to his advantage. So yeah, you just write that. It auto-calcs everything for you.
Oh.
So when I do that... Oh god, there was a nat 1.
Oh no!
That's alright though. It's...
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. So 8, 13, so 10, 23, 28.
Yeah, so 28. Even though you had a nat 1, it is an advantage, so that is okay.
It is, because I had help from Pale. Thank
you make
fucking God. Thank God.
Yup.
Dude,
Yeah.
You heard me say it. I said I feel the monkey paw curling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't see what.
So. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't see what you did, by the way.
Oh.
Oh.
So also really cool, if you are doing the same roll over and over again, if you just tap up on the keyboard, it'll do it again.
Okay. So you
That's
got the same
crazy.
number.
That's crazy. So like, see, I can go up, and now I have that. I can go up. Oh, there's when I rolled a d4 for guidance. That's when I made my Arcana check. That's when I made my history check. So like when I roll my attacks, it's /R. If all three land, 68 plus 21 plus 3d4. And it auto does the math.
I have, in combined games, 1,200 hours in Roll20, and I had no fucking idea about that.
That's crazy. I've been using this since I started playing with y'all.
Uh-huh.
This is my 4th campaign using Roll20.
It's in my defense, you are much smarter than me. However,
I think than all of us.
I think that's subjective. I don't know how to pay my taxes still.
no,
You're paying
it's
your
not
taxes?
hard.
See, you say that. I don't know. But yeah, so like, I don't have to calculate what's 68 plus 21 plus 3d4 is, because it does it for me.
Nice.
No, that changes everything.
Yeah, it's
How much math I've been doing?
Too much.
Calculator?
I genuinely thought you knew about this.
No,
That I'm so sorry.
it's okay. No.
Yeah, how dare you?
I'm sorry too.
Yeah, I've been making you guys sit there as I fucking do math.
That's like that. I thought you were just thinking.
No.
I didn't do
I
it right.
was. Slowly. Doing numbers.
Yeah, I will say that the only issue is that if you're trying to roll it like advantage, it will just add everything together. But what you can just do is instead is just
Works it out.
d20. No, you can just do /d20 plus 11. Cool. First attack and add advantage, so I get a 23 instead.
Nice.
Yeah.
What happened was you, Bastion, got so enraptured in doing the enchantment, Pale had to go, hey, wait, copy the contents too. And you're like, oh shit, right. And then you make a perfect copy of a second copy of Ash's Brain. With no ill effects toward either of them.
I'm shoving the copy in my hole. Actually, I'm shoving the copy in my hole.
If you consume this, you will think that it all happened to you, and you're crazy.
That's fine.
But
I never
spend a great deal of time with this. You will eventually, through osmosis, get it all.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to shove it in my hole. I will gently lodge it in my hole, so I will passively be gaining osmosis, and keep my fingers crossed that nothing crumples that part of my armor.
Yeah, but there is 2 copies now.
Yeah, let's not think about the implications of that.
Nope.
Yeah. Was so caught up in wondering if it was possible, I never stopped to think if I should do it.
Mm-hmm.
I just heard I could do a cool artificer thing, and now I have a copy of someone.
Just his mind.
Is this a soul?
No,
No,
it's
just his brain.
a thumb drive.
Where's the soul in this, though? Because if I
In his
just
body.
Yeah, Ash's soul is still with him.
Oh, that's right. It's not to copy them in the event of their death. It's just to copy their brain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, we're cool. I'll passively osmosis this shit.
Okay.
Nice.
Roll me a D100.
Oh.
The
17.
results of my own actions.
Uh-oh.
A 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this what fun memory I get?
Kind of.
Oh.
Unless there's something specific that you want to know about, I will tell you this.
I mean, you said that he does a lot of, like, science research stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to figure out where the fuck, like, I think in the method of me delving into his brain, I think I'm going to start with how the fuck did he find out about this? Think about that person, and then think about all of the tech that he's done with that person. And or what tech he knows that person has done, so I can steal it.
Yeah. You know that the wizard who invented this, their name is Cassandra. They just work for Ash. You see in all the research that Ash does, Ash basically leads, like, the SCP Foundation. They steal artifacts, collect them, and try to find ways to combine them to be able to destroy the universe. So in Kashyyyk, he has, like, just massive amounts of research of them cross-testing artifacts and spells and going through history to try and find ways to destroy the world. They have, like, monsters on lockdown. They have liches imprisoned or whatever. They've got anything that could cause mass destruction. They've been studying it the whole time. There's also a lot of this in Iris. But yeah, he basically runs the SCP Foundation if they were intent on destroying the world. And they're just waiting for a way to do that so they can kill every person on Earth.
SCP-682 has escaped containment.
Yeah.
And not again. Someone get that crocodile back in its box.
Yeah,
Put that motherfucker back in the box!
They invented this because they had one person who knew a lot of intel get captured and mind read. They were like, hey, that cannot happen again.
Talk about Napoleon level event, am I right, ladies?
Yeah. But I will say with the 17, that means I'm going to monologue at you. Congratulations. You see a lot of Ash being a dad. You see a lot of Ash's memories about his own parents, particularly his mother, memories of his mentor / adopted father, Lovan Khan, people Ash looked up to that shaped him as a person. Ash doesn't feel fulfilled unless he's taking care of someone or helping them, which is why he gets in terrible relationships trying to fix people. Ash is trying to fix Merkul even. It's his mission in life to try and make Merkul lawful neutral instead of lawful evil. He unfortunately had to make himself lawful evil in the process. You see all of his 13 kids, all the days, months, and years, each of them were the most fulfilling person in his life. He has Jean, who's 24, and then there's Harker, who's 14, Bo, who's 13, Paige and Thomas, who are 10 and 9, Florence, who's 6, Ezra and Finn are twins, they're both 5. He had actually adopted 2 kids. It's George, who's 17, and Rowan is 16. Then he's got a kid named Cooper, who's 3, and then one named Reed, who is 2. His most recent divorce was 2 months ago, and so he has a 6-month-old named Luca. And so he's had all these kids live with him off and on, except
this
for
dude Fox,
the accidental ones who wanted nothing to do with him. Jean's lived with him the whole time, of course. Paige and Thomas have him come visit them where their mother lives sometimes. George and Rowan lived with him for the last 6 years after he and Robert got divorced, but they just moved out a couple months ago when their mother revealed that she wasn't dead like everyone thought she was. So he got divorced 2 months ago. And actually his son is in foster care right now because he divorced his most recent wife, Janet, and she was a narcissist and crazy. And his oldest son, Harker, who's 14, or oldest blood son, Harker, who's 14, was in an accident and died. And Janet didn't want Ash to go resurrect Harker or go to his funeral because Luca, Ash's youngest son, has a lot of health problems. And Janet did drugs, which is why he has the health problems. But she didn't want to get left alone with Luca, even though Ash has nurses and nannies and shit in his employ. They got a divorce. And Janet made a bunch of terrible stuff about him. And Ash built a justice system and domestic abuse system and child protective services system and foster care system. And his enemies are using it against him. And he's losing his fucking mind about it. But through Ash, you see the entire spectrum of parenthood. You see how it feels to have parents, to be loved as a child. You see how it feels to have parents die. You see how it feels to have babies born, first steps, first words, first days at school, first dates when they move out. You see how it feels when they make bad decisions, when you want to help them and you can't, and when they don't want to live with you or their mothers don't want you to live with them, and you let them go because you miss your own mom, and as long as the mother of your child's not going to abuse them, you don't fight them on it, and you feel guilty that you're not there and you wish you could be. And you know that they know that if they ever need anything that you will be there, but they never call you still. You feel the terror when they get sick or hurt, and you see how it feels to have them die, and despite all of your power, you're powerless to stop it. You see how it feels for yet another woman to tell you she's pregnant. and you try to work it out and make things right, but then you lose your mind because you hate yourself, and you know that you're going to fuck it up like you always do, and you see how it feels to be so proud of them and love them that your heart explodes. And then you think about all this and how you're supposed to create hundreds or even thousands of Forgeborn, and be a parent to all of them, or at least like a distant uncle. But you learn that. Go ahead.
I think that what happens is Pale sits there and watches as Bastion sits there, is about to just shove it in, shove the orb just into his fucking socket, and then hesitates, and then just gently places it in, and then he watches, just freezes. It's the fucking eyes blue screen.
Weird, I didn't know that he could turn off. And overheat.
I think it's a solid couple of minutes of just Pale or of just Bastion downloading all of this. And then I think when Bastion wakes up, he just looks at Pales and goes, "Oh my god. So that's what it's like to be a dad."
Mm-hmm. Now, you know that, at least according to Ash, even if you can't be there for them, even if you worry that you're raising them wrong, the only thing that really matters is that they know that you love them, and as long as the child is loved by someone, even if that's not you, everything else is going to be okay.
I think this is a really perfect memory, in my opinion, for Bastion to have, because Ian has been struggling with damn, Bastion doesn't actually know what it means to be a dad. Yeah. So he's just kind of been "Oh, my son, what, do I just hang out with him?" So yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so in the midst of grieving his eldest son, getting his 6th divorce, losing custody of his 13th kid, Merkul called him and said, "Stephen Puyo's in Stonegarden, it's time, it's the day you've been waiting for your entire life." And then Stephen died. Ash led the resistance in hellish trench warfare for 2 weeks before he was captured by the Golgarians. They read his mind, but thankfully the wrong versions. But he doesn't know that, so he thinks they're going to light cleanse everyone he knows, kill all of his kids, destroy everything he's ever built, and set the forces of Merkul back 1,000 years, and now he's buried in his absolutely horrifically abusive first wife's front yard, and the man's going to need a long fucking vacation after this. But he is, on all accounts, mostly a good dad. Mostly.
Okay,
he tries.
Mm-hmm. Listen, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Good.
Nobody's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah. He may want to kill every single person on Earth, but he does make sure that the children know someone loves them. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to keep stealing this guy's memories of the copy I made of him.
Yeah. Do the other two of you want to know anything from this 60-year-old man? Who's 40 in half-elf years?
I already found out that he's partially racist to dwarves, so...
His adopted dad was a dwarf.
Yep.
Drow elves.
His adopted dad, who let horrible things happen to him after he was adopted.
Okay. There was a lot of that stuff that Loven Khan couldn't stop.
And some that he could have.
Yeah.
He hates being buried.
Yeah. But hey, he'll get his mind back with a new body.
Maybe.
He better. He'll kill his wife if she doesn't save him.
You could try.
She's no Ildor Avarice.
You will try.
She is a 700-year-old druid, though.
Oh no.
What is that? What is that in levels?
A lot.
5.
Her character sheet is a CR 20.
Oh,
that means that 4 of us could take her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What can go wrong?
There's only 3 of us.
And you could level up between now and then, too.
Yeah.
Gotta grind so you can kill that bitch.
So kill a bunch of sewer rats.
She doesn't like fire, though.
Oh, I'll grind, alright.
Uh-huh.
Bashed in jail.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, does anybody else do anything? The kids will show you all the people the 20 or so bodies they've made. They're trying to make them all each unique. Like, there's one that's all splendidly, and another one that's like a fucking tank, like Nokia, and...
Yeah,
but they've made about 20. They haven't put the souls in them, because August is keeping the souls in his lab, but they have been working on the bodies here.
nice. You know, maybe if some of these souls start talking like Yagami did, then we can figure out what body to put them in.
True, you could
Or
ask
let them choose what soul they want.
Yeah.
That's part of figuring it out. Because, you don't want to put, somebody like Yagami, no offense, in the tank body.
Yeah. Wouldn't really work. So,
Make sure that they can use the body that they get. Although a gentle soul and a gentle giant is not a bad thing, though.
And they could always augment their bodies once they're in them.
August, man.
Carolina doesn't know what that means.
Yagami would pipe up, augment. That means to change.
Fix up, move around.
It's upon realizing they don't know what the ocean was until a few days ago. Bob got them an encyclopedia set, so...
Good job, Bob.
He gives you a thumbs up.
I give him one back.
Nice. And, oh god, but... Nokia goes,
Yeah, in addition to learning about, like, the moon and stuff, and what cloud names are,
he motions to all the research Eli Locke has, and he goes,
we've been learning about the horrors of mankind as well.
Give them another 100 years. Let them try and sort it out.
Nokia shrugs.
Do they have a magic library here?
They do. It's part of the university.
Damn it.
It's public. But you have to walk through the university to get there.
Yeah. So...
Disguise self.
Yeah, yes, that's what was going to happen. But I was going to try to disguise self and go find a book of enchant.
Oh, like more trying to learn how to do stuff?
Yeah, an actual book of enchanting.
Like a spell scroll, or...?
Learning how to do enchantments.
And you could ask Bob, Garfield, Bastion, Yagami, even.
They know how to do it.
Yeah.
I've been reading these false books all this time.
Oh yeah, because the ones you've been imagining in the workshop, they go,
Yeah.
Carolina, that doesn't mean anything. There's a lot of math involved.
I have to pop off because I have court tomorrow,
Yeah,
but
no
y'all
worries.
keep going. Peace
Yeah.
out, Cub Scouts.
Oh, so I'm going to... Are we cool to call it here?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta charge my headset for the next one.
Yeah, but Carolina, you learned that you've been doing feudal work, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Yeah, they pat you on the shoulder, trying to console you about it.
I walk off to the university and disguise myself as some young inquisitive kid.
Okay. Yeah, we'll pick up there next time.
Hooray, what's the worst that happens?
Yeah. Hey, it's your GM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Darian, Matt, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at Illithids, and thank you especially for listening.